So. Wir machen weiter mit Final Fantasy 16. 16. So, speak mit Otto. Das mache ich doch gerne. So, oh Jill.
It will take time to come to terms with everything that happened in the Dominion. But time is the one thing we always seem to lack.
Das kenne ich, das Gefühl. Das kenne ich nur zu gut.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Ist eigentlich neues Gear?
Still alive, are you? Going purse weighing you down?
Moment, ich hab das Gefühl, dass als ich letztes Mal aufgehört habe, habe ich
Come
schon nach
again.
Gear geguckt.
Oh, don't. I'm not much
Wahrscheinlich
bothered
hab ich
either
das.
way. Did you see that?
Do you see that? Ach ja, es gab neue Hans. Jo. Stimmt. Ey, vielleicht fange ich an mit Hans. Dass wir die zuerst mal machen. Ich glaube, da gab es irgendwie so, jo, 3 Stück. Und einer war der S, ne? Ja, okay, cool. Jo, lass Hans machen. 10 of Clubs. So, Dalmekia Vamare. Lives in one of the many abandoned villages. Okay. Okay, Dalmekia Vamare. Irgend so ein abandoned village. Ach fuck, wir sind schon wieder gelockt.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turned foul. Still waiting on a reply, though.
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition of good.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just the messenger. I leave the scheming to those more suited to the task. Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own thoughts on the current state of things. Could be that they don't. It certainly can't hurt to ask.
I suppose not.
How is it that every one of your little excursions presages some inexplicable catastrophe? Not that
Well.
you are to blame for the Dominion's fate. No one could have predicted the actions of the Crown Prince.
I'm sorry I couldn't save your home.
My countrymen are stronger than you think. A few toppled clock towers won't break their spirits. They'll be back on their feet in no time.
I hope so.
Look at us. Bluer than a pair of bog crabs. Tempting though it may be, sulking will not help us find a solution to this mess.
You believe there's one to be found?
I don't know. But I am certain we're more likely to find it if we first examine the facts.
Lore.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen mother crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks, cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but it seemed fitting. The reports I've received are considerably more blunt in their appraisal. Without the protection of their nations, it will fall to the people to defend themselves against those who would take what is theirs.
Which is only ever going to end one way.
Defending a farmhouse against a band of chocobo thieves is one thing, but pitchforks and palisades will do little to stall an army's advance. Should the King of Waloed deign to invade, there would be none to stop him.
None but us.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Will there
me
be
guess.
thunder?
You're here about the skies.
Is there anything you don't know, Lawsman?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur the obvious. As for what has disturbed the heavens, that, I believe, is a question the Fallen might be better placed to answer than I. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you've provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it. Perhaps Otto will be more inclined to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Otto, Otto. Kann ich jetzt raus? Mann, ich will Hand. Ich will auf die Hand, okay? Lasst mich gehen. Lasst mich jagen.
Clive, we have a problem.
Only one. That would be a first.
It would. Actually, there are 3. We had as many owls arrive while you were at the shelves. Martha's got a Kashik out her gates, and talk of monsters roaming the hills outside of Northreach has put the wind up Isabel and her lot.
And don't forget Dalimil. Lubor says the village was raided by bandits.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. The curse breakers are spread thin, taking stock of the damage in the Dominion. And even if I could get word to all of them, I doubt they'd get here in time to make any real difference. Which means... there's only 2 people who can.
Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
Aha. Okay. So, erstmal. Dalmekia. Vamare, hier. Vamare. Vamare. Vamare.
Come on. Run like the wind.
Woof. So, da vorne müsste er sein irgendwo. Okay. Dodge war auf R. Richtig. Okay, Kreis ist Block und so.
That'll do, girl.
Da ist er. Da 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 da.
Not the gods' forsaken soul, eh? Only those who have nothing. Show empty your pockets.
Okay. ich habe jetzt 2 Ultimates gekriegt. Okay. Mal gucken, wie viel das bringt. Ich glaube auch nicht. Oh ja, ich hab zaubert. Oh shit. Gigaflip. Motherfucker. Holy shit. Wie geht das hier? Gedrückt halt. Einer down. Einer down. Scarlet.
A deserter turned outlaw. We were more similar than he knew.
Okay, also man wechselt quasi hier in diese Bahamut-Form und dann... Dann hat man da unten quasi andere Moves. Ich habe noch keinen Cooldown dafür, also anscheinend kann man... Ich muss das mal ein bisschen ausprobieren. Ich weiß nicht ganz genau, wie das funktioniert hier. Okay, also ich kann das... Nee, das ist einfach nur ganz normal.
No mistakes.
Man muss dodgen, damit das auflädt? Ah nee, das... Ah, okay. Jetzt. Okay. Es lädt auf. Und wenn man dodgt, lädt es schneller auf. Ah. Such dodge zum Mega. Dog geblieben, Alter. Okay, jetzt ist es voll, oder? Okay. Mega schnell. Okay. Naja. Geht halt mega lang. Volle Ladung. Wow. Das ist nice für Zwerge. Okay. Jetzt verstehe ich. Bahamut scheint sehr nice zu sein für einfach nur so ein bisschen, ja, Crowd Control. Ich meine mich auch zu entsinnen, das habe ich letztes Mal schon gesagt. Switch mal einfach kurz rüber, macht da die Skills, die halt auch teilweise relativ lange einfach da bleiben. Und dann kann man eigentlich direkt wieder rüber switchen zu irgendeinem, zu Titan oder so. Nicht schlecht. So, Aran. Die Mageth-Brüder. Quiet Sands, Rosaria. Küste von Port Isolde. Hier irgendwo.
Let's go. Run like the wind.
We're not alone.
Also außer ich guck mal schnell, ob er hier ist. Ich glaube zwar, dass er ein bisschen weiter im Norden ist, aber... Nee.
Alright.
Er ist im Norden. Der ist weiter rüber. Da sind sie. Auf sie mit Gebrüll.
Straight home now.
Bam. Jetzt kannst du es ja fragen. Okay. Bin gespannt. Von Lucia, was du doch der Unterwelt unterwegs bist. Wow! Nee, ehrlich gesagt nicht. Von Lucia nicht. Alter. Ah! Let's go! Oh nein! Nein, du sollst auch rein! Du solltest doch auch rein! Nein! Ist das strange gegen 3 gleichzeitig? Ja, ich bin tot, scheiße. Das Last Crusade-Ding kann man nicht blocken. Da muss man weg. Aber warum erinnert dich das so an Colusia? Wegen der Musik? Oder... Weil vom Aussehen finde ich es jetzt nicht so...
Come on.
Colusianisch. Ich probier's mal mit Mega Flare. Ich glaube, das könnte gegen die ganz gut sein, wenn man da eh so viel dodgen muss. Dann kann ich wahrscheinlich relativ viel Mega Flare aufrechterhalten. Da geht's direkt schon los hier. Geht direkt schon los. Auf geht's hier.
Nice try.
Nice try. Nice try. Nice try. Es ist halt merkwürdig, weil... FPS, oder? Okay. Warte, was hat mich? Ich werde jetzt einfach mal spielen. Einfach alles spammen. Den noch dazu.
Julian!
Heißt es das wirklich? Also intuitiv hätte ich das jetzt als erstes gesagt, aber ich dachte, vielleicht ist es irgend so ein Meme, was ich nicht kenne oder so. Der Limit Break, what the fuck? Wie schnell der Limit Break damit hochgeht? Willst du mich verarschen? Oh, jo! Ja, ich hab den Vierer gemacht, ja. Seid ihr für wo ist mein ehrenhaftes One-on-One, okay? Sehr gut. Das ist so schwer zu erkennen, was abgeht, ey. Das ist einfach zu viel. Was ist das denn jetzt? Ja. Ich wünschte mal, man könnte während dieser Mega-Flare-Phase... Ich wünschte, man könnte noch was anderes machen, irgendwie attackieren oder so. Ich mag nicht, dass man da echt einfach nur die ganze Zeit wartet, bis jemand eingreift und dann irgendwie... Jesus. Level up. Das war ein komischer Fight.
No more vengeance.
No more war. More Mega Flare. So. Dann machen wir jetzt den S-Rang. Ich bin gespannt. Das wird bestimmt wieder lustig. Und bevor wir den machen, ich muss doch nochmal ganz kurz gucken, ob ich wirklich... Also ich glaube, ja, ich habe die aktuelle Ausrüstung, aber mal gucken.
Was sagt Folien dir?
Ja, okay. Da kriegen wir nichts Besseres erstmal.
Warte.
Okay.
Fein.
Did you see that?
So, der letzte ist... Ruin Reawakened. A Dread Dragon. Da ist überhaupt kein Hinweis. What the fuck? Around the woodland passes of the Empire. Also irgendwo in St. Prag. Irgendwo in einem Wald oder so. Keine Ahnung. Bitte kämpf gegen den. Ich hab's vor. Ich bin gespannt. Ja. Woodland in St. Prag. Hier ist auf jeden Fall. Hier sind ein paar Wälder, glaube ich. Waren da unten auch Wälder? Ja. Boah, shit, der könnte echt überall sein. Ist ja echt alles voller Wald. Da hinten ist irgendwas, da war ich noch nie. Ich glaube, da war am Anfang, als ich hierher kam, war da irgendwie zu oder so. Das war irgendwie gelockt. Vielleicht ist er da.
Time to fight.
Das ist einer dieser komischen, Elegant Schatztruhen. Ich weiß, die heißen nicht Elegant, aber... Same shit. Also das sieht auf jeden Fall aus wie ein Platz, wo man kämpfen kann. Aber ich sehe... Bisher noch nichts.
Come on. Thanks, girl.
Oh, doch! Ja, da ist es. Oh. Huhu! Okay. Svarok? Oh Gott, dann ist Clara auch hier.
This beast isn't to be trifled with.
Könnte aber... Oh Gott. Es könnte aber nervig werden, weil ich finde die Drachen sind nicht so... angenehm zu bekämpfen hier. Die Kamera ist immer so ein bisschen komisch. Die sind schwer zu erreichen. Oh!
Too slow.
Okay. Das war ein interessanter Schrei. Das nervt mich übrigens auch tierisch, dass man dann immer wieder bei diesen Waypoints spawnt und nicht direkt beim Kampf. Einfach nur waste of time. Irgendwie, ja, ich weiß nicht, ob Bahamut gut für den Kampf ist. Man hat da nicht so richtig die Gelegenheit zum Dodgen die ganze Zeit mit dem Mega Flare Dodge. Ich probiere mal hauptsächlich zu blocken mit Titan und dann benutze ich einfach nur die Bahamut Skills. Da ist er.
You deserve a rest.
Oh, was? Ja, Timing passt noch nicht so ganz. Red Dawn. Da kann man einfach. Ja, da kann man einfach ranlaufen. Ja. Ah, okay, das kann man natürlich nicht blocken. Mann, ich bin immer ganz klein bisschen blöd. Jetzt.
Help me, boy. Help me, boy.
Das meine ich mit der Kamera, die ist echt. Also bei den Drachen ist die Kamera echt scheiße. Bahamut! Ja, wieder wann? Einfach da rangehen. Das ist super easy damit. Aber jetzt muss ich rausdodgen. Was? Was war das denn? Ich dodge zur Seite und dann. Oh. Okay. Ja, ich mag die Drachenkämpfe wirklich nicht. Irgendwie ist das ein bisschen scuffed.
Come on. Yeah.
Fast so, als wären die für ein anderes Spiel gemacht. Bisschen schwer zu erklären, aber. Einfach ein bisschen strange.
Time to fight.
Am besten, wenn er das macht, nehme ich am besten Phoenix und shifte dann ran. Dann bin ich ja direkt vor ihm. Dann dodge ich diesen horizontalen Strahl, den er macht. Und dann gehe ich am besten wieder ein bisschen nach hinten für seinen Charge und dodge den dann. Ja.
Be safe.
Be safe. Ich sehe nix. Oh mein Gott, das ist schlecht. So, und jetzt weg. Das ist so weird.
Nice try. Too slow.
Embroil? Okay. 8%. Holy shit. Ja. Was? Was passiert hier?
To me, boy. To me, boy. I can't go on.
Also ganz... Kann ich die Kamera irgendwie ändern, dass die weiter rausnimmt oder so? Das ist echt... das geht gar nicht. Soll ich mal probieren, die manuell zu steuern? Weil die spackt ja wirklich nur rum. Nonstop. Bei den Story-Drachen ist es halt scheißegal, weil die sind natürlich easy wie noch was. Aber hier bei so einem Kampf, wo du eigentlich halt, naja, sehen willst, was passiert, ist es echt ein bisschen dämlich.
Thanks, girl.
Ich mache jetzt wirklich mal manuelle Kamera. Vielleicht geht das besser. Nevermind. Genau der gleiche Scheiß. Wie, was? Wie war das denn kein Block? Mit dem verarscht, Mann? Ich sehe halt wirklich, also... Ich check jetzt meine Option, ob ich da irgendwas machen kann. Alter. System. Soll ich mal das hier wegmachen? Dass sich die Kamera automatisch hinter Clive positioniert, wenn er angreift? Vielleicht hilft das. Das mache ich auch mal weg. Sie haben reingepatcht, dass man Motion Blur ausstellen kann. Danke, Square Enix. Oh, weg mit dem Scheiß. Weg mit dem Scheiß. Und es wird nie wieder angemacht. Gott sei Dank, ey. Scheiß auf Motion Blur. Das Spiel läuft jetzt auch direkt viel flüssiger. What the fuck, man? Scheiß Motion Blur. Wer will den Scheiß? Ich war noch nie ein Fan von Blur, weil, keine Ahnung. Du machst dir dein Bild freiwillig unscharf und es kostet noch Performance? Ich verstehe die Logik dahinter halt nicht. Es sieht halt es sieht meiner Meinung nach auch legit einfach schlechter aus. Ich mag einfach scharfe Bilder.
Straight home now.
So, Mister. Mal gucken, wie das mit der Kamera jetzt ist. Ist das denn jetzt wieder nicht geblockt worden? Ich glaube, es ist wirklich ein bisschen besser, dass ich das ausgestellt habe mit dem Kamerabewegen links. Das ist immer, manchmal dreht er sich einfach mit dem Rücken zu ihm dann, wegen der Kamera. Und dann geht der Block nicht. Ich glaube, am besten ist es, wenn ich gar nicht probiere zu blocken, sondern einfach dodge. Oder ich gehe so wie jetzt ein bisschen zurück. Alter, big damage!
Get him!
Oh, 86.000! Jesus, das war der Overload Dragon Dance.
Too slow. Forgive me.
Ich bin doch gedodged! Verdammt nochmal! Was ist denn das für ein Timing da? Ich bin legit genau dann gedodged, als er auf mich gedasht ist. Okay, aber mit der Kameraeinstellung geht's wirklich. Es geht wirklich viel besser. Ab und zu muss ich hiermit halt ein bisschen die Kamera manuell bewegen, aber das ist weitaus besser, als wenn die Kamera immer von alleine irgendwie total rumspinnt. Bei anderen Gegnern nervt es mich nicht, aber bei denen merkt man es halt irgendwie. Da fällt es halt sehr negativ auf. Also so langsam habe ich es raus hier.
Be safe.
Ich verstehe es nicht.
Let's go. Faster.
Das ist echt das einzige Problem, ist dieser blöde Charge. Manchmal dodge ich ihn, manchmal nicht. Und gefühlt mache ich halt nichts anderes. Morn Broom. Die ganzen Städte da. Mit ihrem Dilemma. Ach, egal. Ich muss einen Drachen töten. Scheiß auf die Leute.
Thanks, girl.
Kommt wieder. Kommt wieder der Shit. Diesmal hat's funktioniert. Who knows why? Ich dodge doch wirklich. Ich dodge doch wirklich. Dodge ich zu früh, wahrscheinlich.
Ja!
You deserve a rest. There's no turning back.
Bring alles raus. Es ist echt besser, wenn man den Lock-On rausmacht und seinen Körper angreift, anstatt den Kopf. Kopf macht, glaube ich, mehr Damage, aber es ist so schwer zu treffen teilweise. Yes, okay. Last Dance? Oh no. Oh fuck. Okay. Okay, ich sehe schon, ja. Jump. Also shit zusammen. Jump. Red Dawn. Weg. Und jetzt. Gut, Torgal! Okay. Endlich. Das ist ein ganzer Batzen an das Shit. Holy. Yeah!
Definitely not to be trifled with.
So, wo fangen wir denn an? Ich mach's nach Story-Reihenfolge. Also erstmal hier zu Martha's Rest. Mal gucken, was bei denen abgeht.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Martha, it's good to see you.
And you, Clive. Jill?
Otto said you'd been attacked by a Kashik. What exactly happened here?
Those skies are what happened. Not long after they fell dark, we had our first visit. There were hundreds of them. Tried to storm the hill. Only a handful made it up here, but that was more than enough. The rest are still down there now. And while we have a few willing fighters holding them back, they're sorely outnumbered.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join the fight?
I thought you'd never offer. Now, where I need you is the Fallen Gate. That's where the fighting is fiercest. Let the men know you've come to help. Something tells me they'll be pleased to see you.
We're on our way.
Do you think there are as many as Martha says?
More.
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us?
Good girl. Run like the wind.
Clive, wounded.
Sehe ich. Danke.
We deal with the Akashic first.
God damn.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
A non.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now.
My...
Mad dogs.
Mad dogs. Raise your dongos.
Squire, I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rosfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Oh no, turtles!
Damn it!
Turtle
We
power.
need to get the injured to safety.
Cover
Do you
bunga,
think we can hold them
motherfuckers.
off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
No.
Always.
No.
Then let's do our duty.
I had enough. mit dir. Oh. Ich muss alles rauslassen. Wie viel hält er denn aus? Was ist das schönste whatever? Mein Geld, oh Gott. Was soll ich denn mit dem Geld alles machen? Das sehe ich jetzt erst.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
One Piece.
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming from down Eastpool way. Too thick to be a hearth.
A second horde.
Feel like finishing the job.
Always.
Jill and I will make for Eastpool. You'll need to move the injured without us.
Don't you worry about them.
The moment my men are safe, I'll follow. Good luck.
Kann ich genauso gut auch hier hin teleportieren. Das geht sogar schneller. Aber die Immersion, oh nein.
Just
Und das spawnt Ambrosia wieder aus dem Nichts. Läuft 5 Meter und dann muss sie wieder weg. Ew. Akashic Goblin.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Martha and the others won't be ready.
Slow them down? Okay. How about this? Krasser Overkill. New enemies, oh no. Nein, Schokobos. Töte die Schokobos.
Something's coming.
Noch mehr Verseuchte.
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Nope.
Only the first round, Sir Wade. Shall we?
Fire and flame!
nervig, der Boy.
This one. Go, Torgal. This one. Go, Torgal. Get up.
Do you see any more?
No. I think that was the last of them.
But it won't be long before the next lot arrive.
Then we make for Martha's while we can.
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade. Scores of Akashic.
Well, wherever they came from, they're gone now. Our lookouts say the lowlands are clear. Hopefully we'll have enough time to lick our wounds.
How many of your men were injured?
A damn sight less than if you hadn't turned up. Thank you.
It was a hard-fought victory. But as long as the skies remain dark, I fear the Akashic's numbers are only going to rise. It's not a matter of if the Horde will be back, but when. And whether that's sooner or later, we'll need to be ready. The inn here affords a good view of the land, and is easily defendable. I'd like to make this one of our outposts.
What do you say, Martha? You'd have more men to guard the rest.
Well, when you put it like that, of course they can stay.
Guardian Scarf.
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here.
It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rossfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But his brother, my father, did. I am Sir Rodney's nephew.
Well, go on then. It's not for me to ask him.
Yes, Sir Wade. If it please you, my Lord Marquis, might you take me as your squire? I would learn the duties of a shield from the finest.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but I'm a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that a man is not defined by his title, but what he does in its name. You have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, winning no little honor in so doing. And I would sooner serve under an honorable outlaw than an unworthy shield. Not that Sir Wade and the other Guardians are... I mean to say that, they're...
It's all right. We know what you mean. There is only so much the boy can learn from me, my lord.
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Klingt nervig. Ich weiß nicht so recht.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way.
Okay, dann habe ich jetzt anscheinend einen knappen. Why not, schätze ich.
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts.
I saw it with my own eyes.
I can't do it.
My lord. My lady.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings of strange creatures, I understand.
With the blue eyes. Yes. Like a Kashik, but different. They've taken so many. I've lost count.
Akashic, but different.
Ultimus thralls. And what of your mistress? Is she here?
Oh, no. She went to the garrison to ask what they were planning on doing about all this.
Then we'll look for her there.
Left for more on the captain's orders.
Madame, please!
Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the capital or the Dominion in days! What more would you have us do?
I would have you do your duty. Those at the Vale look to me for protection. And protect them I shall. Because they are my charges, and that is my duty. In case you have forgotten, the people of this town are your charges. But more than that, they are your people. Your sisters, your brothers, your lovers. So you have a choice. Lay down your sword and watch as they are slaughtered, or take it up and do what is right.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here, it's all we have. It's all that's left.
What we have left is our lives! Do you really want us to lose them as well?
Not if we don't have to. Look, there's a cask under the captain's bunk. Let's talk about this over a drink, eh?
I'm listening.
I'll have a word with him.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly. And sought to take matters into my own hands.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
I'd like you to consider my needs.
What we need to consider is where the creatures came from.
The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air. And perhaps they did. It's hard to know what to believe these days.
We'll talk to the survivors. You're a pikeman, yes? What happened?
I've got family in Moor. I heard the flood was spreading, so I went to see if they were all right. And a pack of them glowing things found me in the meadow. I ran for my life. I never did get to the village.
Leave that to us.
My family.
Don't leave me, Pa.
It's all right. Did you see the creatures that attacked you?
Creatures? Yeah, they came out of nowhere. They went for Joseph first, then me, and then they were just gone.
Do you remember where you were?
on the road from Oriflamme. We just passed more when... Where's my Joseph?
It's all right. Just rest now. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
Assume you have a plan?
Wie komme ich hier raus? So.
Come on.
Clive, look.
I see them. With me.
Should I prime?
No?
Save your strength.
Warum würdest du hier denn Prime? Wahnsinnig? Die ultimativen Kaktus.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more.
More.
And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady. The garrison will be ready.
Philippe here has convinced most of the men to remain at their posts, for now at least.
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man who committed himself to the task certainly didn't hurt. It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. I became a soldier to protect the people I love. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind, I have sentries to post. Milady.
Lest you wonder, I'm not foolish enough to believe that this has solved all of my problems. But it has solved one, and that's one fewer than I had this morning. Thank you again, Clive.
Quest complete. Why we fight. You gotta fight to survive.
Sid, your new companion appears much more formidable than your uncle. Should I be worried?
You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas said that Dalamil has a bandit problem.
Indeed. Although, you're a little late. They left with our food and guild days ago.
Any idea where they went?
The desert's a big place. Your guess is as good as mine. But the fact is, I have more immediate concerns.
What did you say to me? What did you say?
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've yet to reach a consensus about how to solve Dalamil's little problem. And at this rate, it won't be the actions of the bandits which prove to be our undoing. It will be our own. I've tried reasoning with the dissenting parties, but even the Desert Hare has limits.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think they'll listen to us?
What makes you think they won't?
She makes a fair point, Sid. And you won't have wasted much of your precious time if you fail. They're just across the courtyard.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
Fucking...
Hey! Watch your language.
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been your men whose throats were slit. Blood for blood, it's the only way. We hire mercenaries and have them mount the bandits' heads on our walls as a lesson to the rest.
And what happens when those mercenaries are slaughtered like your men? Are you going to hire more? We're better off using that coin to buy food and supplies. If we hire mercenaries, the only thing we're buying is the bandits' ire. And you cannot fill empty bellies with that. Do you hear me?
But what happens when they come back? Maybe it'll be your throat that's slit.
That's enough. Both of you. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back when you're ready to talk like adults.
Victor. What's he doing here?
Let's find out.
Sid. And Lady Jill. What brings you here?
I was about to ask you the same thing.
Costness is in chaos, and the markets have all but ceased to operate. The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I can reliably obtain supplies. I was here to do just that when Master Lubor told me of his troubles. He thought I might be able to talk some sense into these fools. But if you're here, I suppose his patience must be waning.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns in Lubor's side. And the reason this place might be headed the same way as Costner's. It's these accursed skies. The darkness is enough to drive a man to madness. Or an entire city, for that matter.
We're still working on the skies. But in the meantime, perhaps we can find a solution to Dalimil's problems.
I hope so. For all our sakes.
So, you see my predicament?
What I saw was a room full of people who were angry and afraid. And with good reason by the sound of it. But if left to smolder, that anger and fear could set the entire town alight.
My thoughts exactly. What to do? Both sides wish to protect their homes and livelihoods, if only they could agree on how. But as long as they are divided, we are vulnerable.
And if there's one thing bandits like, it's an easy target.
What would Sid the Outlaw suggest?
Kill them all.
Well,
as usual.
If it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves.
Ach, Quatsch.
And be on hand to pick up the pieces when it all went wrong.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for disaster is precisely what it is. But perhaps that realization would be enough to make them question the ingredients. While it's plain neither Conrad nor Natalie will countenance the other's proposal, it may still be possible to make them doubt their own. Before presenting them with a third option.
And that would be?
Third.
To pool our resources and save the city ourselves. Why fight each other?
When all that fear and anger can be directed at the bandits.
It appears we have a plan of action. Victor, pay Conrad a visit. See if you can't convince him of his folly. I'll speak with Natalie.
As you wish.
Your faces are not well known in this town. That may prove useful. Don't worry, Victor and I will do most of the talking. You need only play along.
Play along?
What he means to say is yes.
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalimil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Yeah.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why I had you do the talking and not Sid. Well played, my lady.
Then let us band together and show these brutes that Dalimil is not to be trusted.
My shop.
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
I mean, it may still be possible to buy something.
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill?
I was just telling the good lady of our conversation, my lord, and how you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries almost empty, but that war and the Blight mean this season's harvest won't be enough to fill them for winter.
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the city's stocks of barley and wine, driving the prices higher than most commoners can afford. It is only a matter of time before the peasants revolt.
It is worse than I thought. If what Lord Underhill says is true, I fear we have little hope of supplementing our stores, meager though they regrettably are. And while I applaud your endeavors to dissuade our more bellicose citizens from seeking vengeance, I sense Conrad is not wrong in his assessment of the bandits' likely return. Which means that now, more than ever, we will need to secure what little we still have. Food, weapons, herbs, everything. If our humble town is to endure not only this hardship, but those that are certain to follow, we must stand united.
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was nothing if not workmanlike.
She saw right through it.
I didn't say it was good, merely that it produced the desired effect. Now, my scouts should be returning shortly. Meet me back at the Briar's Kiss, and we shall see what we face.
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy.
Mummy.
Oh, I'm
Good
Immer wenn ich
news,
Mami höre,
Sid.
denke ich an Bayonetta.
Both Conrad and Natalie have somewhat gracefully accepted their new roles. With time, they may even learn to.
Time no longer appears to be the luxury it was before lunch.
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the bandits who found my scouts. It appears they march for Dalimil as we speak. All of them.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want the whole damn town.
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two groups, one from the south and one from the desert, in a move doubtless intended to stretch our already gossamer-thin defenses.
Very well. Jill and I will meet those from the desert. But what of the rest?
The rest, my friend, the city shall fight. Together. The stakes, I concede, are high. But if this does not unite Dalimil, nothing will.
That is a lot of faith to put into those who had their hands around each other's throats but a moment ago.
Then it will be for us to see that their hands are kept occupied. And I do mean us.
I thought you might say that.
We'll hold them off for as long as we can.
And we will do the same.
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
Okay. Nur zu. Ich mag, wie Clive ganz oft genau das sagt, was ich vor einer Sekunde gesagt habe. Das ist schon ziemlich oft passiert. The Sultan. Okay, Mr. Sultan. Ich hoffe, das macht Spaß. Der Sultan ist auch wieder nur so ein Ninja-Typ. Au.
Not good.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there. The inn would have been lost had you not held the line.
Without you, there would have been no line to hold. You saved us, Conrad. You saved Dalamil.
We all saved Dalamil.
I saved Dalamil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both have.
I take it from your presence that our visitors from the desert won't be joining us either. Pity.
The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirsty bandits at our gate.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the details? We are united, and that is all that matters. As for you, Sid, you fight considerably better than you act.
Oh, no shit.
I'll take that as a compliment. Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least.
So.
I'd be happy to tell Otto everything that happened. But I know he appreciates it when you spare him the time.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Was wondering when you turn up.
Hellos from all our friends thanking you for your timely intervention. How is it you always manage to arrive at just the right moment?
Luck, I suppose. Any word on the rest of the realm?
Let's see. Storm's still crying out for mother crystals. The nations are still in chaos. And the skies are still the colour of a kick in the kidneys 2 days on. So...
Right.
Clive, we knew this was going to happen. Well, not the bleeding skies part, but you take my point. Now's not the time to second-guess yourself. Now's the time to visit the infirmary. Taya says your brother's awake.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, 'twas not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind?
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua!
Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
I thought Ty had told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, Bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive.
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
Tyre's right. Your brother is in no condition to travel. That's all I'll say on the matter. It's Mid, Gav, and your uncle we should be thinking about now.
You know how I feel about this, but your brother's stubbornness knows no bounds. I'm starting to think it runs in the family.
What did you find down there?
Oh, es gibt schon wieder was Neues. Geil. Ein C-Rang. Ja, komm. Was ist das denn bitte? Müll. Müll ist das. Okay, südlich von Tabor. Lamekia.
How may I help you today, Clive? It's not true. We've lost so much already. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
Oh.
You earned this.
Gratis Ability Points. Sehr geil. Was ist das denn hier? No risk, no reward. Ah.
All yours.
Musik.
Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive, here you go. Seen enough?
Oh, eine Quest bei ihm? Nee. Das ist nicht Hogwarts.
Here's a storm coming, Sid. Will
Wer
there
bist
be
du denn?
thunder?
Sid, perhaps you can help me solve a mystery.
I can certainly try. Who's gone missing this time?
It's not who, but what. Mid's scales, the ones she made for her workshop. I borrowed them to teach the little ones about weight, and shortly after the lesson, well, they vanished. My first thought was that they'd taken them off somewhere to play, but when I asked, they swore they had nothing to do with their having disappeared. Which almost certainly means they had everything to do with it.
Perhaps a visit from Sid will jog their memories.
I think it just might. Thank you. I don't like to imagine that my pupils would lie to me. But if they have, I'll have no choice but to discipline them accordingly. They were in the atrium when I last saw them, as always.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Blasted. Here, you put me in this situation, Clive. You can bloody well get me out of it. I need a hand with a recipe.
Are you sure it's me you're looking for? I'm not much of a cook.
I'm all the cook will be needing, thank you very much. What I want from you is a little of your time, right? Oh, and perhaps your sword. You remember Ivan's stew, right? Well, despite the look of the thing, and that awful stench, people wolf it down. So I thought I'd try making one of these supposed masterpieces myself. Had a peek at the book and gave it a go, but, well...
It wasn't as straightforward as you'd hoped. Ivan had the same problem.
Yeah, but this is my blooming kitchen, and I will not be outdone. So if you don't want to be seen as playing favourites, I suggest you lend me a hand.
I've never been one to play favorites, Molly. And I would be only too happy to lend you a hand. So, what's on the menu this time?
A fried mortress of skyworm. That's one heck of a name, innit? Recipe seemed easy enough to an old hand like myself. Thought I'd followed it to a T. Only, turns out skyworm livers and drake's mint are not what I thought they were. At least I hope they're not, given the rancid mess they made.
Ivan said the recipes in the culinary pilgrimage date back centuries. Who's to say the ingredients even exist anymore?
Wow. That's a question for a scholar, wouldn't you say? Perhaps you know of one? Kindly old fella who haunts the shelves,
Fine. And if he does...
You do...
Ah. Mal wieder extreme Hochspannung hier bei den Sidequests.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Lawsman Harpocrates. I've come to pick your brain if you don't mind. It's about the book you lent Ivan.
Ah, Valisthea, A Culinary Pilgrimage, a classic. One of my favorites, in fact. The young man did a wonderful job with the Chance's stew. I do hope we shall be able to sample more such marvels in due course.
That's actually why I'm here. I don't suppose you know where I might find skyworm livers and drake's mint.
Ah, so the fabled Sandbricois delicacy is next on the menu. Delightful. The descriptions of fried mortress never fail to make my mouth water. Now, skyworm is a somewhat antiquated name for the wyvern. their ground livers being the paste from which the mortress is made.
Dragon livers. How very Sambraquois.
One would have thought the disciples of Bahamut would have a touch more reverence for their icon's brethren, but apparently not. I believe the specific dragon the recipe demands is the blueback wyvern, said to be the very color of the sea beside which it resides.
So we know where to look for our liver. But what about the drake's mint?
Saint's bonnet in contemporary parlance, a herb which grows along the North Reach coast. I gather that one can locate the cheerful yellow flowers by their heady scent alone, so I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding them. I may add that people once believed game was best served with the flora that sustained it in life, in which regard fried mortress of skyworm is undoubtedly a typical dish of the time.
Meaning that if I find one, I find the other. To Northreach, then.
Best of luck, Clive. And do save me a bite once the dish is complete.
Okay.
It seems the hideaway is lost.
Clive. If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it. Is that all?
Bei ihr gibt's auch nichts Neues. Sehr schade.
What do I owe the honor? Fran about us, guys. Unless that is... a Sancfordian, do you? And?
What am I gonna do? But numb.
Is everything all right, Goots? You seem more discomposed than usual.
Oh, I don't know what that means, but I'm in a bit of a muddle. Oh, I think Nan might be in trouble, and she's...
It's all right. You can tell me.
There was a trader came by. One of our usuals, like. Said he'd heard some rotten rumours about her down Dalimil Way. Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits and cutthroats and that. I mean, she's fond of a chance to make a coin or two, aye, but she'd never do business with baddies. Especially not the kind who go hurting people who haven't done out. I wanted to ask her about it myself, but I'm scared she'll give us a tongue lashing. She'd never give your tongue a lashing, though, would she?
Don't worry. I'll speak to her.
Oh, thanks, Clive. You'll let me know what she says, won't you?
Of course. I'm sure it's all just a misunderstanding. Lady Karen, how's business?
Not nearly as foul as the weather.
You're doing good trade, then? Both in and out of the hideaway?
Can't complain. Wait. What exactly are you getting at? Not once in 5 long years do you pay my affairs half a care. But here you are today, raking me over the coals like a bloody popoto.
Just asking. Out of interest. All right. I'm here because I was told that certain rumors have been circulating. About you selling weapons to brigands.
Oh, are you? And who was it who knows me so well as to tell tales of my evil exploits?
I didn't exactly hear firsthand. All I know is that someone in Dalimil has been spreading word to that effect.
And what? You believe it? You think I'm profiting off the blood of innocents, do you? Look, I've done things I'm not proud of. Might be there were a time when I turned a blind eye to the wretchedness of the world so I could line my pocket. But that woman is no more. And you'd know that if you'd ever paid the slightest bit of notice.
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No, it was. Now, I reckon you've got better things to do than pointing your do-gooding finger at a poor old woman.
Of course. Good day. Did you see the pad?
Oops. Tits up. Du bist auch noch immer nicht fertig? Mit was? Mit dem Spiel? Also ich probiere hier gerade so diese Cursed Untertitel auf Twitch aus. Es ist sehr interessant, was da so ausgespuckt wird. Ja, ich hab's auch, also ich hoffe, dass ich es standardmäßig deaktiviert habe für die Leute. Zumindest war das in den Optionen hier eine Einstellung. Hide Captions by Default. Also ich will eigentlich, dass das nur wirklich kommt, wenn das jemand anstellt. Also wirklich bewusst, freiwillig. A humble request.
Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest?
Smooth like Butler. Oh Gott.
I spoke with...
What did she say?
That the rumors were unfounded. And that I was a fool for thinking they might hold any truth. Along with some other things that made her feelings clear. And while it sounds like she may have done things she regretted in her past, she says those days are behind her.
Oh, well, that's good. I knew Nan wasn't caught up in out bad. But why would people say she was? What did she ever do to them? It's not right.
No, it's not. But people do things for all sorts of reasons. Perhaps we'll never know.
Well, I'm going to find out. That trader, he said they were all talking about her in Dalimil. So that's where I'm going. I'll find someone who'll tell me, you'll see.
Are you sure that's wise? Whoever's spreading these rumors means Karen ill.
Oh, right. But that's why you'll be coming with me, isn't it, Clive?
I suppose it is.
I heard the Emperor was in.
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do?
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. And what is that? It's not a set of scales, is it?
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not anymore, it's not. Oh!
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Mididol showed us.
Miss Mididol? And why would she have you dismembering her creations?
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-near.
Miss Mididol said, the best way I see how something worked is to take it apart and put it back together again.
Well then, your work is already half done. Carry on.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom. Then...
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes, shall we? All right. Everything here was once part of Miss Mididol's scales. Every piece has its own role to play, and each is just as important as the others. If even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. So let's think about what those roles might be. You already know one of the pieces, the body. Its role is to support everything else. But what of the others? This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is? It doesn't look much like an arm.
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing!
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Will you teach me to ride one day?
I'll think about it. Now, what do arms do?
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans. You all know what a pan is, don't you?
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchens to fry bangers. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. They're for weighing stuff. But what if I wanted to weigh Goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
What are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have.
Coggers.
Miss Mididol's dungeon is full of them. Most are on the floor.
She puts them in all her inventions. They spin round and round and round and round and...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember if there was anything on the scales that moved?
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple. And then somebody ate it.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to move. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? It's not so difficult. So, now that we've taken stock of the parts and learned what they do, what do you think?
I think we've got it.
Then here's what we'll do. You tell me what goes where, and I'll put the scales together.
Well, obviously you need to start with the body. All the other pieces fit onto it, don't they?
And the arms go on the body, just like real arms. Or wings, if you're a chocobo. And then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Let's see if that works. Ah, all finished.
Yes! We did it!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Mididol's hairs.
Her hairs?
Yeah, hairs for the future. She's showing us her secrets now, so we can help out the hideaway when we're older.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Mididol and Miss Shirley, I'd say it won't be long at all.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you? Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
Ich habe wieder vergessen, wo die Hand war. Das war zu lange her, scheiße. Es war ein C-Rang, es war... Jamaika... Okay, südlich von Tarbon.
Did you see that?
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. The children had the scales, or the parts of them at least. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. This might even have been her idea. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I know how busy you are. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She's even calling them her heirs. She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
Das meinten die mit Hairs. Ach so.
I see.
Okay.
Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much time at the hideaway of late?
She told me it was because her studies have been interrupted by events in Canva. Is that not true?
No, it isn't. The university offered her a commission. In exchange for full tuition, room and board, they asked her to oversee the design of several new war engines. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, who lost both her parents to war, it was a bitter pill. One she was none too keen to swallow. But that should come as no surprise. She's only ever cared about bringing people hope. The very last thing war can be said to do.
Which explains her heirs. She's working to give them a better life. And so should I. What's the odd engineering lesson?
Ah, you've given them far more than that. And I'm sure they're very grateful.
Oh nein. Wieder alles gelockt. So eine Scheiße. Eventuell ist dieser Tabor-Ort vielleicht sogar hier irgendwo auf der Map.
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canville was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Okay, mal gucken. Habe ich hier irgendwo Tabor? Nee, es kann sogar wirklich gut sein, dass das hier unten ist irgendwo. Okay.
Ja!
Time to fight.
Oh. Ich dachte, ich kann da rüberspringen.
We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
You're injured.
Ach.
What happened here? Where are your comrades?
Ether flood up ahead. It swallowed our camp while we slept. My own men did this. Turned every last one of them. There's a village not far from here.
Ja, Tabor.
Tabor. The people were kind to us. It's only a matter of time before they won't stand a chance. We can't let those monsters reach
I'll go. You catch your breath.
Thank
Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Das ist Tabor? Nee, das hier ist wahrscheinlich Tabor.
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go round it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Good. I got here in time.
Oh, ich muss mal gucken, ob ich das Baum und Dings geupgradet habe. Weil vielleicht geht's damit dann ein bisschen schneller voll, wenn ich das upgrade.
Someone there?
Mal gucken, hier, Abilities. Ja, es ist sogar schon... Ja... Das auf jeden Fall. Sowas könnte ich natürlich auch machen. Junge, noch mehr Damage. Noch mehr Ultimates.
Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like an Akashic.
Was? Wo ist der Typ? Hallo? Oh.
You're with the battalion?
I am. I heard the fighting. Are the others?
Taken care of. One of your brothers in arms told me what happened and asked for help.
Another survivor? Where is he? Tell me.
His wounds were too deep.
He was right to send you. Those things you slew are no longer my brothers. Tabor is safe thanks to you. Here, you've earned it. You seem familiar. Have we met?
You must have me confused with someone else.
Wait. That scar.
Son of a whore. You're Sid. I was there, in Cosnes, when you killed my brothers. I was there in Rosalith, when you killed my commander.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over. I bear no ill will toward those who followed him.
And what of my ill will? Coward! Draw your steel. Lord Kupka shall be avenged!
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, come and find me if you must. Though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it. Or have you forgotten your oath to the Republic?
My oath? What would you know of oaths?
I know how hard they are to keep. Which is why I'm giving you the chance to keep yours.
No. I won't be deceived. Lord Kupka told us of your crimes. You are an outlaw. A murderer, not some
man. Like you or anyone else.
I am nothing like you. But if you're not gonna kill me, then go. Leave! Just know that I will find you, Sid. Someday.
Sad. Hi, hier bin ich.
You will regret not killing me when you had a chance.
Ja gut, komm, suchen wir uns mal die Hand.
Ready, go?
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Welcome, travelers. We don't get many visitors here in Tabor.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
Okay, wir gehen nicht dahin.
Here, take a look at my wares.
Mhm. Ja, alles scheiße.
Take care.
I feel like I've fleshed 100 skins.
Yes, the finish.
Here's the scraps you were after.
Decent quarry's been hard to find since the Sky's turn.
Das sieht ein bisschen aus wie dieses eine Dorf in FF14. Kanadan. Diese komischen Kirche da.
That Cyril fella's an odd fish, don't you think?
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the box.
Ganz schön viele Truhen hier. Gut.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva? Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well. My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough.
Oh shit.
Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city. Her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It's us.
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. The figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
Nicht mal die Tür zugemacht. Von wegen gute Manieren.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Opportunity beckons. Who among you is that blade for hire?
Figurative.
Yes.
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts.
Okay, ein paar Avis kaputt hauen, jawohl.
All right.
Of course, leave.
Machen wir doch gerne.
I eagerly await your.
So, da ist noch eine weitere Quest. Holy shit. Im Moment habe ich mega viele Quests offen.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yote is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then.
We'll talk about this later.
Schon ein bisschen creepy, der Typ gerade. Not gonna
You
lie.
seem very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Careful how you pack that leather.
You! Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on.
The university?
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most in my heyday. No obstacle could have kept me. The answers I seek lying. Would you do an old man a kindness and brave the stairs in my stead?
Climb the stairs.
And memorize a few... some...
Ah, dafür waren die Dinger da.
3 of them, to be precise. I'm here, namely...
I can't promise I'll
remember what you can. I'll piece...
How are those new boots treating you?
That Cyril fellow's an odd fish, don't you think?
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor. Sacred hold thy noble blood till ends the mother's labor.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals.
So it's these stones to Canva, and the rest of the boxes.
Not a scratch on.
Have you noticed the elder has been coughing less of late?
Guardians of the Crystals, Wanderers of the Golden Plains.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Children of the Hunters.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read. The engravings were in good repair,
Oh, would that I could have come. Don't tease me now. Let's start with the engraving to...
The great good Mughal Guardians.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north, isn't it?
Wanderers of the Golden Plains.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last, but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars, given that the stones stand here for all to see.
Too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
How are those new boots treating you?
Beneath the flood, yes.
The free city. It's under sea.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Zur Hand, ja.
Straight home now. Remember, you're on my side, Total. Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
Der Alpha-Wolf ist auf unserer Seite. Okay. Das hier führt zurück zu diesem anderen. Da sind halt auch diese Side-Quests. Will ich die zuerst machen? Jo.
Fly, Ambrosia.
Time to fight.
Nein. Ich weigere mich. Kein Kämpfen.
Old he may be, but it looks like there's still plenty of fighting in yet. Okay, das ist schon langsam ein wenig schwierig für die Gegner. This thing reeks. The sooner it's off my hands, the better.
The bandits may be no more.
It shouldn't be too hard to find goods.
The gentlemen of the town guard.
Could be I know something more.
Clive, listen! I found someone who says he's heard the rumors about Nan.
Have you?
Go on. Tell him what you told me.
All right. It's like I said. A wizened old crone by the name of Karen's been selling steel to whoever'll pay her price, be they knight or knave. Says the more swords and spears she puts in people's hands, the more war they'll wage. And the more war being waged, the more call for swords and spears. And who will they all turn to keep them in steel? Why, the good Reaper herself.
And you've seen this Reaper at work?
Aye, it just so happens I have. You'll find her right here plying her trade most days.
Here in Delamil? Where exactly?
She has a stall here in the market, but if you're not the patient type, you can probably find her at her storehouse on the edge of town. But it'd be a bolder man than me that braved that particular nest of vipers. Feeling bold, traveler? I hope so, for your sake. Now, if that's all, I have places to be.
Sorry to have kept you.
You don't think Nan's the Reaper, do you?
Nee.
Not unless she's discovered the secret of how to be in two places at once.
Eh? What do you mean?
Lady Karen hasn't left the hideaway in weeks. So who has been running this stall he spoke of?
Good question. I'll go and have a look.
And I'll visit this storehouse on the edge of town.
All right, but be careful.
Ja, ja. Was soll schon
You
passieren?
too, Goots.
Wie komme ich da so rüber?
Fuck!
Fuck!
The gentleman of the town guard.
Mummy. What a mess. Where do we...
You fought very bravely.
The safety of the town is...
Time to brave the Viper's Nest.
Just you, is it? Thought I might have laid it on a bit thick.
It was a fairly unconvincing tale. So, what now?
That's up to you. Die a slow death, or a quick one. Boys, he's all
Oh
yours.
nein, ich habe
That
solche
sword
Angst.
is mine.
Leave now and we could pretend this didn't happen.
Das ist so blutig.
Oh, you've done it now.
Go on. Tell me what I've done.
When the Borgwyn finds out you've killed his men, he'll have your head. He only wanted that bull of a manservant. You weren't even supposed...
What were you going to do to him?
The Borgwyn wanted him to get to Karen. I was only supposed to point the lamp in the right direction once he arrived in Dalamil. But then you turned up... Well...
You're not worth the effort. I need to find Goots.
Get your filthy paws off me, you naughty painted lout!
Stop calling me names and stop spreading them horrible lies about Nan.
Well, that will be easy enough, for they are not lies. Every last word is true, and she must pay for her crimes in blood.
Lord!
Goose, are you all right?
He's gonna kill Nan! He said she had to pay in blood!
After what she did, it is only right. She ruined my life and the lives of countless others. That loathsome harpy's very existence is a crime, and I will not allow it to continue. Goots, was it? I have no quarrel with you, only with your employer. Run along now.
No.
No?
No.
I don't care what she did. I won't let you hurt Nan. Promise me you won't hurt her, or I'll kill you myself.
Goots, no.
Enough, all of you!
Wo kommt... Was? Wo kommst du her?
But how did you?
You're a sight less clever than you think you are, the pair of you. Did you think I wouldn't notice the two of you slinking off together? Well, the whole thing got me thinking, who in Dalamil might bear me a grudge? And a certain snivelling shit I ran afoul of in my fairy years came to mind. Though it was just Bogan back then, wasn't it? I thought the years might have taught you some sense, but I see you're the same pants-pissing craven you've always been. What was it we called you? Wet legs.
You
Wet
bitch.
legs? Ah, shit.
Everything that happened. It was all your fault.
Ist ja eine
And now
gigantische
you'll
Waffe, oh
finally
Gott.
pay for what you did to me.
Gooch, you... If you want a piece of Nan, you'll have to go through me.
Fuck.
You great galoot. Out of the way, I can handle this myself. So, wet legs. You remember what you told me when we last met? An eye for an eye.
Oh.
Wise words, Sam. Wise words. And
Oh.
now, it's time to collect.
Oh, ist er dran schuld, dass sie nur ein Auge hat? Holy shit.
Sorry to keep you waiting.
Is he...
Dead? No. But I reckon he wishes he was. Isn't easy going through life one eye short of a pair. After all, I should know.
You don't mean...
Oh, don't tell me you didn't notice. Lost it to old Wet Legs back when we were working the same routes. Said I'd stolen from his strongbox. I'd done nothing of the sort, mind. But that didn't stop him taking his little revenge. So I took some of my own. Sorry, lost everything. His coin, his clients. Always knew he'd be back one day to claim his due. But he crossed a line dragging poor Goots into this. He didn't hurt you, did he?
No, Nan. Still got all my arms, see? Legs too. But what if he comes back again?
What if he does? First we take the other eye, then we work our way down. He'll learn his lesson soon enough. But
Okay.
something tells me the Wet Legs has learned it already. Right. Let's get you back to the hideaway. You've attracted quite enough attention already. Ta-ra, Clive.
Remind me never to cross you, Karen.
Okay. Wieder hier hin.
Here's your hide.
I worried you might never return. Oh, clearly my trust in you was not misplaced. Join me as my honored partner. With my means...
I don't plan on making it.
Very well. Do not allow me to keep you...
Ja, so richtig gelohnt hat sich das nicht.
No use calling Ambrosia now. This is no time to ride. Not here.
The free cities under siege.
Ready, go? Run like the wind.
Run like the wind.
Orcs.
Then let us be rid of them.
Nein, warum sollen wir denn schon wieder Sachen töten? Wir können doch nicht einfach all unsere Probleme mit Gewalt lösen. Das geht doch nicht.
This might take... Well...
Clive. Smoke.
Has the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Okay. Das machen wir aber definitiv nicht jetzt, sondern eher das nächste Mal. Bevor ich das mache, werde ich wirklich erstmal die ganzen Sidequests, die wir jetzt haben, weil ich hatte noch nie so viele Sidequests. Das ist ja mega gerade. Ja, das machen wir als erstes. Dann gucken wir mal, ob wir irgendwie so ein bisschen restocken können. Was heißt restocken? Also, mit restocken meine ich hier in dem Spiel. Vielleicht können wir irgendwelche neue Sachen craften oder sowas. Aber ja. Gehen wir dann am besten zuerst. Ja, das klingt doch ganz gut. Was halt mega geil wäre, ist, wenn ich... Hier vielleicht noch Judgment Bolt. Ja. Wenn ich Judgment Bolt noch irgendwie mastern könnte, dann könnte ich den nämlich hier mit reinnehmen zu Titan. Dann hätte ich den Titan Block mit Titan Ultimate und Ramu Ultimate. Junge, da hätten wir 4 Ultimates. Das wäre nice. Chargement Bolt ist halt mega teuer, ne? Ja, es ist... Kaufen, Upgrade ist nochmal 3000, ich glaube Mastery war 6000. Das ist halt... viel. Lassen wir es doch so. Jetzt habe ich halt, genau, die zwei sind upgraded. Das ist upgraded. Alle Damaging Abilities, die ich habe, sind jetzt voll geupgradet. Ja, das ist gut. Das gefällt mir. Okay. Dann machen wir hier Schluss für heute. Ladies and Gentlemen. Wahrscheinlich mache ich hier morgen weiter, weil morgen kein Raid. dann machen wir vielleicht nochmal eine etwas längere Session FF16. Ich danke fürs Zugucken. Ich hau mich jetzt auch mal aufs Ohr. Spät genug wieder. Es ist komisch. Wir haben ziemlich lange gespielt, aber heute kommt es mir vor, als hätte ich fast gar nichts gemacht. Also als wäre ich, keine Ahnung, in der Story nicht wirklich viel weitergekommen. Ich weiß gar nicht, warum das so ist. Ich glaube, die Cutscenes waren relativ lange und... Na gut, auch so ein paar Hunts und Sidequests. Ja, aber komisch. Also Story ist nicht wirklich viel weitergegangen. Aber ich nehme an, das wird dann beim nächsten Mal passieren. Da wird es wahrscheinlich wieder so richtig abgehen. So, Level 40 jetzt. Nice, nice. Okay, also ich wünsche euch eine gute Nacht. Wir sehen uns dann morgen. Ciao, ciao.